What ho? Welcome back to another exciting adventure of Piensamientos de Viejo. I'm your host, Travis Finley. I was just walking through the grass in front of St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church, and there was this garden monk, the old school friar kind of looking monks where they have the top of their head shaved and the bowl cut around the forehead and the ears and the back of the head and whatever. And I just started thinking about tyranny for some stupid reason, because he was dressed as a monk, and so back in the time of St. John, right? Or not St. John, but good old King, was it John? King? Who was it in, I only know the story from Robin Hood, right? King Richard is the one that was away on war, and John, his brother, right, was the swindler and the tyrant. But I was just thinking that was the peaceful life, and how they wouldn't really be possibly targeted and ostracized by pirates and bandits and whatnot, because they have a spiritual purpose. And even though you might tax them, right, even though you might levy taxes against them, they're not going to resist you, right? They're not going to fight against you. They'll comply because they are a spiritual community, and their mind is all about love and loving their neighbor and forgiving and peace, right? So they're going to be compliant. It's not like they're going to rise up against tyranny at all. And then it just got me thinking about the fact that somehow at some point in our history, we got hoodwinked and swindled into thinking that our republic is a democracy, which is really a code word for tyranny, because everything that we do is taxed. Everything that we do, we have to pay for the right to do. The right to get married, I'm sorry, what? I have to have your permission? A license, right? What do you mean, Travis? We don't ask for permission. Well, what's a license? What's a permit? Permission. May I do this? No. What if I give you $500? Okay. I would have done it for one, but since you said five, yeah, we'll keep it at five, right? So everything you do in your life is a response to tyranny. Everything, right? Which is why Morpheus said to Neo, you know what the Matrix is. It's all around you. Everywhere you go, you feel it like a splinter in your mind. You know that there's something wrong with the world, but you don't know what it is, right? You know what I'm talking about. He goes, the Matrix. The Matrix is all around you. It's in the air that you breathe, the food that you eat. You feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. Work, church, taxes, marriage. It's all the Matrix. It's a system set up to control you. The state doesn't have any say in your life whatsoever. The state was created by the people for the people, right? And the state has become the butler who is now running the mansion, and the owner of the mansion is scared to come out of his bedroom, scared to put his own slippers on, right? Scared to go downstairs and make his own food because he might get fined or whatever, right? That's your life. Just do something that you're not supposed to do, and there's a penalty for it. Park in a no parking. Park in a tow-away zone. Whatever, right? Public street, but they want to tax you for your time. Why? Because it's a high-volume location. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a desirable location, right? But on Sundays, when the volume's not high, you can park here for free. Oh, so I can park here for free on Sundays, but not Monday through Saturday? Huh. You see what that is? That's tyranny. If you can park there for free on one day, you can park there for free every day. The city has no claim over your person or your property, unless you acquiesce it, unless you hand it over. They have no interest in it. But the system is set up so that they can write a complaint against you called a citation that you then have to defend. They are annoying you, right? So now the alleged victim is calling you the abuser, right? The abuser is calling the abused the abuser. You've done something wrong, you owe me. You'd be like, no, prove that your claim is valid, right? That's your response to any citation. You get pulled over by a cop and you get a ticket, not a warning, a ticket, okay? You go into court and you challenge the officer's validity in his claim. You prove your claim applies to me. Make him prove it. He won't be able to. But you got to know how to argue. You have to know how to listen, right? You have to understand and know, how did your rule become applicable to me? And you don't accept the non sequitur red herring question, well, you have a driver's license, don't you? Right? Because that's supposed to put you back on your haunches and knock you off balance. Oh, well, yeah, I guess I do have a driver's license. And the rules of the road apply to you, don't they? Right? So the very first thing you say, because I've been in this situation, where you say, I'm sorry, can you bring some evidence or provide some evidence that your claim applies to me? Well, you have a driver's license, don't you? Here's the proper response. Is it your opinion that answering my question with a question is an answer to my question? Let me repeat my question. Please provide any evidence that you have that your rule is applicable to me. Well, you have a driver's license. I see that you're hard of hearing, so I'm going to play your game. Here's my question to you. If I force you to do something against your will, are you held accountable for it? Can you be held accountable for it? No. Okay, thanks. So let's say I'm 16 years old, officer. I'm 16 years old. Am I allowed to drive a car when I'm 16? Not if you don't have a license. So who says I can't drive without a license? Who says that? How does that rule apply to me? Because your rule right now applies to me because I have a license. But let's say I don't have a license. Am I allowed to drive? Can I drive a car? Yes, you can. In the real world, you can. But in the policy officer's world, you can't. But you see what's happening right here is they're giving you the sociopathic gaslighting bait and switch. You have the choice of two evils. Either you don't drive or you drive with our permission, which comes with this hefty little tax that we put on it that you have to pay in order to have permission. So the whole system of driver's license is commerce. It's all about money. You are being told you can't do something that's in your God-given right as a person. Is that car your property? Yes. Can you do with your property what you would like? No, I have to ask for permission. I have to ask the state if it's okay if I use my property this way. You see where this is going, right? Okay, so you're telling me that the only reason why I'm allowed to drive a car is because you are forcing me to get a license. Oh, no, you don't have to get a license. Oh, well, then I'm just going to drive without one, thanks. Oh, no, you can't drive without one. So I can't drive without one. And I have to pay you for permission to drive one. I see how this works. How about you kiss my ass, right? And then you go to court and you don't go to court because you do your paperwork properly and you show the officer what you're coming against him with, and he's going to back down. He's going to settle out of court, or he's not going to show up, right? Which is what they do sometimes. They don't show up. So think about this. Is it against the law or isn't it? Because if it's against the law, it's quid pro quo. It's tit for tat. But they have this indiscriminate, capricious way of deciding, oh, we'll let you go this time. Here's a warning. Well, then it's not against the law. You get it? Either it is against the law and you always have to write a ticket, or it isn't against the law and you capriciously choose whom you're going to fine. I don't know if you've thought about this before, but there it is. This has been another exciting adventure. Piensamientos de Viejo. I'm your host, Travis Finley. Until next time.